So earlier, brothers and sisters, we discussed the final tax, no, yung mga concepts, and also the withholding tax table. Now let's go to the application. Okay, papaano ba ginagawa itong final tax na to? So tandaan mo, in withholding tax system, tayo yung withholding agent dito ha. You imagine you are the withholding agent. So which means ikaw ang magkakaltas dito. So, para maging simple ang understanding natin. Kapag withholding agent, ikaw ang magkakaltas. Kapag income earner, ikaw yung kumita. Okay, ngayon, let's look at the application. No? Interest muna tayo. A taxpayer earned the following interest income from local bank deposits. So, ibig sabihin, merong isang taxpayer nagdeposito. So, ikaw ang withholding agent dito. Sino ka? Ikaw yung bangko. May nagdeposito na taxpayer. Okay, ito yung mga depositors. Okay, RC, NRC, RA, NRA Engaged, DC, RFC, NRFC. Lahat yan nagdeposito sa iyo. So, ang question is, compute the final tax required to be withheld by the bank kasi siya yung withholding agent. Okay? Now, ang tanong, magkano yung final tax at magkano yung cash na pwedeng i-withdraw? Okay? So, ito yung mga local currency deposits. Ibig sabihin, peso deposit yan. Okay? Meron 3 bank account yung taxpayer na to. Merong 6 months time deposit. Ito na yung interest ha. Interest daw. Interest na to mga to. Meron ng interest, 10,000 yung 6-month time deposit, 2-year time deposit, 10,000 ang interest, 5-year time deposit, pang 6th year na. Ibig sabihin, long term na ito. Okay? So, ang tanong, magkano yung final tax na ikakaltas? Okay, let's say, ang income earner RRC, NRC, RA. Kasi pare-parehas ang tax rates ng mga yan. Okay? So, si RC, NRC, RA, sila yung nagdeposito. So, merong 6-month, merong 2-year, merong past 5 years na deposits. Ito lahat yung interest income. Ayan lahat. So, ngayon, tignan mo yung withholding tax table. Okay? Kapag nagdeposito ito, nag-earn sila interest income from local currency deposit, tignan mo kagad yung rate, 20% dito, tignan mo, 20% dito. Ngayon, SIMEPA. Okay? Under SIMEPA, capital markets, uh, Capital Markets Efficiency and Promotion Act, SIMEPA. 20% na yung mga long-term deposits kapag individual. Okay? Bagong batas yan. So, kung 20% yan, ang ikakaltas ng bangko, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. So, kung ang ikaw, bangko ka, kinaltas mo doon sa deposito ng iyong depositor, kinaltas mo 2,000 sa 10,000, ibig sabihin, yung 8,000 na lang ang pwede niyang i-withdraw. Okay? So, ang net cash na pwede niyang i-withdraw doon sa 30,000, 24,000 lang. Itong 6,000, kailangan mong ikaltas. I-remit mo ito sa BIR. Anong gagamitin mo? 0619F, kung quarterly yan, 1601FQ. Yan ang gagawin mo. Okay? Tanong. Kung ganito yung nangyari, 6,000 ang kinaltas mo, niremit mo ito sa BIR, ito yung pwedeng net cash na pwedeng i-withdraw ng taxpayer, itong mga depositor na to, are they required to report the 30,000 pesos interest income? The answer is no. Bakit? Kasi the interest income has been subjected to final tax and therefore not required to report the income. Kasi the 6,000 withheld, yung 6,000 na binayaran is constituted as full and final settlement of the tax liability as regards the income. So, ganyan lang kasimple ang application ng final tax sa interest. Paano naman kung NRA engage yung depositor natin? May negosyo itong alien na to, non-resident alien yan, okay, pero may negosyo dito sa BIR, sa Pilipinas, or nag-practice ng profession, or nag-stay here over 180 days, tapos nag-earn siya ng income. Okay, ngayon yung income na yan, dineposito niya. Anong meron dito? Okay, meron siyang 6-month time deposit, 2-year time deposit, 5-year time deposit. Ito yung lahat ng interest income. Kung ikaw yung bangko, magkano yung ikakaltas mo doon sa kanyang interest income? Sir, bakit bangko? Kasi siya yung withholding agent. Bago ibigay yung income, kailangan magkaltas. O di ngayon, tignan mo yung withholding tax table na dapat kailangan kabisado mo. 20% dapat, 20% doon. Si MEPA, Capital Markets Efficiency Promotion Act, 20% na yan. Dating exempt to, old exempt. So, kaltasan mo na 2,000, 2,000, 888, 24,000 ang pwedeng withdraw. Itong 6,000, i-remit kay BIR yan using 0619F o kaya 1601FQ. Ganyan na kasimple. Kailangan kilala mo ito. Kailangan alam mo yung tax rate niya. Eh, paano kung non-resident alien not engaged in trade or business yung nagdeposito? Sir, pwede ba yun? Pwede. Nasa ibang bansa yan, alien yan, non-resident yan, pero gusto magdeposito rito. Eh, di pagbigyan natin, o nagdeposito sa bangko natin. Ikaw yung bangko. Meron siyang 6 months, 2 years, 5 years. Pang 6 year na, long term ito. Ito yung lahat ng interest income niya. Aba, madali kung NRE not engaged. Bakit? Lahat sila 25%. Kaltasan mo na 25% to, so 2.5 yan, 7.5 ang pwedeng withdraw. Same. Ang total nito, 7.5, i-remit kay BIR. Oh, ito yung pwedeng i-withdraw, net cash na pwedeng i-withdraw. O tanong, required, kailangan pa bang i-report ni NRE not engaged yung interest income niya from bank deposits? No. Bakit? Because the final tax is constituted as full and final settlement of tax liability. Wala na siyang utang dyan. Fully paid na siya dun sa ito yung full payment niya dun sa income niya na yan. Ganyan lang kasimple. Dito tayo. Papaano kung domestic corporation? Aba, tignan mo yung tax table na dapat kabisado mo. Ayun, 20% sa 6-month time deposit, 20% sa 2-year. Kapag long-term, regular corporate income tax yan. Ibig sabihin, regular tax yan, walang kaltas yan. I-report yan mismo ng DC. So dito, 2,000 ang kaltas, 2,000, 8,000 ang neto, 2,000 ang kaltas, 2,000, 8,000 ang neto. Ito, makukuha niya ng buo na 10,000. Kasi regular tax yan, regular tax. Regular corporate income tax yon. So, ito yung pwede niyang i-withdraw. Ito, yung 4,000, i-remit sa BIR. O, tanong, is the taxpayer required to report the income? Ito, not required to report the income. Not required. Bakit? Eh, fully paid na siya eh. Final tax na yan eh. Ito yung i-report niya sa kanyang income tax return. Bakit? Regular tax yan eh. Okay, ganyan lang kasimple. So, DC. Paano pag RFC? Parehas. Ang DC at saka RFC parehas. Paano pag NRFC? Napakahaya-haya ng buhay kung ang tanong NRFC. Non-resident foreign corp, nagdeposito sa local bank. Ito yung interest niya. Anong gagawin mo? 25% lahat. So yung 10,000, kaltasan ng 25%, 2,575 ang neto. Same dito, same dito, same doon. Same dito, same dito, same doon. So ito, i-report sa BIR. Ito, pwedeng i-withdraw. Yan yung net cash. Is the taxpayer required to report the income? No. Paulit-ulit ako. The income must be subjected to final tax. The recipient of the income is no longer required to report the income. Bakit? The final tax withheld is constituted as full and final settlement of tax liability. Tapos ang problema. Okay, eto naman, galing ito sa Revenue Memorandum Circular issued by the BIR. One time, meron nang lumabas sa board exam nito. Tignan natin, an instrument with a maturity period of 10 years. Okay, instrument with a maturity period of 10 years. Ibig sabihin, was held by Mr. X for 2 years and was transferred to Y, who in turn held it for 3 years. So yung instrument na to, debt instrument yan. Debt instrument. Debt. Okay, sorry. Debt instrument yan. Debt instrument. So ibig sabihin, merong interest. Ito, interest income. So ang tanong, anong rate ang gagamitin mo kay Mr. Y at saka kay Mr. X? Aba, parehas ng 20% yan. Parehas ng 20%. Dati kapag long term, ito, di ba, pag long term, ibig sabihin, 5 years or more. Pag lampas na ng 5 years, long term interest yan, exempt yan sa final tax. Pero ngayon, si MEPA, okay, Capital Markets, Efficiency and Promotion Act, 20% na lahat. O, kita mo, mas hayahayang buhay mo ngayon. Another example, an instrument with a maturity period of 10 years. Ibig sabihin, debt ito. Debt instrument yan. Debt instrument. Merong interest yan. Hawak ni X, 3 years lang daw. Hawak ni X, 3 years. Transfer niya kay Y ito. Transfer niya kay Y. Hawak ni Y ng 2 years. Tapos si Y naman, transfer niya kay Z. Hawak ni Z, 5 years. Ang tanong, ano yung final tax rate na gagamitin? Lahat, 20. 20 na lahat. O, di ba? Mas maganda, masaya ang buhay ngayon. Okay? So, lahat 20% na. Yan ang madaling sagot ngayon. Another problem. An instrument with a maturity period of 10 years held by Mr. X. 3 years hawak ni Mr. X. Ayun. Transfer kay Y. Okay, transfer niya kay Y. Hawak 2 years. Si Y, transfer kay Z. Hawak 4 years. Ang tanong, ano yung tax rate? 20, 20, 20. Basta interest from bank deposits. Including long-term kapag individual. Ano yan? 20% tayo. Basta individual. Kasi kapag non-individual, DCRFC, regular income tax yun. Yung interest from long-term deposits. Okay? Punta naman tayo sa dividends. Ito yung parang example natin sa discussions, no? ABC Corp, DC. Tatandaan mo yung rule. Kapag dividends, how do we determine the source of the income? Titignan natin kung sino nag-declare. Domestic ang nag-declare. Aba, automatic within. Okay? So, compute the final taxes required to be withheld. Ang mga shareholders, RC, NRC, RA, NRA engaged, ay, dapat alam mo yung mga rates. 10% to, 10% to, 10% yan, 20% to, okay, 20% to, 25% ang not engaged, exempt ito, exempt to, intercorporate dividends. With reciprocity, ibig sabihin, yung bansa na kung saan si XYZ ay applying the tax sparing rule. They have a tax, they apply the deemed paid rule. Aba, 15% tayo kung merong reciprocity. Ito, yung isang bansa naman ni ZYX, walang reciprocity daw. Di 25%. Kita mo, kung alam mo yung rate, kaltasan mo ng 10%, 10%, 10, 20, 25, exempt, walang kaltas yan, 15, 25, kaya-kaya mo sagutin. Okay? So, ang deemed paid rate natin, 10%. Bakit? 25% kasi ang rate natin, tapos ginawa nating 15% ang rate, ibig sabihin yung 10% deemed paid yan. Diba? Tax due, less tax credit, 10%, deemed paid yan. So, yung payable, 15%. Kaya 15% yung ano. Kaya 15% yung rate natin. Okay, maraming pwedeng gawin dito ang itanong eh. Tignan mo yung pwede kong itanong dito. True or false? RC will get 90,000 pesos. True yan. NRC is not required to report the income. True yan. Bakit? Kasi if an income has been subjected to final tax, the recipient of the income is no longer required to report the income. The tax to be withheld on the dividends of RA is 10,000. True na naman yan. The rate for final tax rate for NRA engaged is 20%. 25,000, true yun. 25,000 will be withheld on the dividends of NRA not engaged. DC will get the whole 100,000 without any deduction, true. RFC will not be subjected to final tax, true. Intercorporate dividends. In reciprocity, the tax deemed paid is 10%, true. Okay, kapag walang reciprocity, 75,000 will be received by the NRFC. True. Total final tax to be withheld is 115,000. O, di ba? Pag tinanong kita, kailan ang remittance niyan? Kapag monthly, 10th day yan. Monthly. Kapag quarterly, last day of the month. Okay, following the close of the quarter. Ganyan na kasimple. Pero syempre, you need to memorize the rates. You need to understand how the withholding tax system works. Dito naman tayo, royalty. Tandaan mo, Kung royalty, ano yung rule? Kung saan ginamit ang royalty, doon ang source ng income. Tignan natin ang problem. Starbucks Coffee Corp, franchisor, is a company organized and established under the laws of the US and maintains office in Washington, Seattle, Washington, D.C. Ano si Starbucks? Aba, non-resident foreign corp. Bakit? Established under the laws of a foreign country, ibig sabihin, foreign corporation yan. Ang office niya nasa Seattle, Washington. Aba, non-resident foreign corporation yan. It entered into a franchise agreement with Kapeng Barako franchisee, DC. Nakipag-enter. Agreement provides that Starbucks franchise will be opened in Macabebe, Pampanga, my hometown. Okay? Diyan magbubukas ng franchise. So, ang usapan, Kapeng Barako, babayaran ng 10% based on sales for the rights to use Starbucks brand. Ibig sabihin, royalty yan. So, ang kinita ni Starbucks, ni Kapeng Barako ay 10 million. Ang tanong, magkano yung ikakaltas at iririmit kay BIR? So, kung 10 million ang kinita, ang royalty rate, ayun, royalty rate, 10%, 1 million ang royalty fee. Okay, ngayon, tandaan mo, NRFC si taxpayer, 25% ang tax rate niya. So, ngayon, ang ikakaltas, 2.5 million. Ayan ang ikakaltas. So, magkano ibabayad? Iririmit kay Starbucks. E di ang iririmit, so 7.5 million ang ipapadala sa Amerika. Is Starbucks Coffee, the franchisor, the NRFC required to report the income? No. Bakit? Ang income niya subjected na sa final tax. Kaya nga final tax ang NRFC at saka NRA natin gauge kasi wala sila rito. Kaya hindi na sila magpa-file ng returns. Kaya nga final tax na. Yun ang madaling discussion doon. Dito naman tayo. Royalty, Nicanor, established na Salamat na lang Milk Tea, a tea shop. Aba, ang kanyang tindahan naging viral. So ngayon, merong gusto mag-franchise. Ang sabi niya, for a fee of 100,000, pwedeng gamitin ang kanyang produkto. Si Inday nagbayad ng franchise fee of 100,000. Tanong, si Inday is the payor. Siya yung tinatawag nating payor, income earner si Nicanor. Ngayon, compute the final tax, if any, and the amount of cash Inday has to pay Nicanor. Tandaan mo, si Inday ay payor. Payor siya, payor. Bakit? Income earner si Nicanor, bago magbayad ng royalty, si Inday kay Nicanor, kailangan niyang magkaltas. Paano pag hindi siya nagkaltas? Di siya yung magbabayad niyan. Okay? So, royalty fee, magkano? 100,000. Sino si Nicanor? RC. Si Inday, RC din si Inday. So, final tax rate, tingnan mo yung RC. Kapag royalty, 20% yan. So, 20%, 20,000 ang ikakaltas. Iririmit ni Inday ito kay BIR. Tapos, 80,000 ang ibibigay kay Nicanor. Is Nicanor required to report the 100,000 income? No. Bakit? Passive royalty ito. Ibig sabihin, the recipient of the income is no longer required to report the income. Bakit? Subjected na sa final tax. Ganyan lang kasimple ito. Prices naman tayo. Based on activity yan. Based on activity. Diba? Rules in determining the source of the income, hindi exclusive list yan. Pwedeng based on activity yan. So, si Nicanor, tandaan mo ang prices. Kailangan pumapasok sa isip mo kagad. Prices. Kapag individual to, 10,000 or below, graduated tax rate. Over 10,000, final tax. Depende kung sino yung earner. Nicanor, nanalo ng 1 million sa TV game show. Sa palagay nyo ba, makukuha nyo ng buo yan? Hindi. Makukuha lang ng buo yan kapag sinabi, 1 million pesos tax-free. Pero kung walang sinasabing tax-free, kakaltasan niya ng game show. Ang game show, ang withholding agent. Compute the final tax required to be withheld and remitted to the BIR at magkano ang iuwing cash ng winner. Di ang gagawin natin. Ang price, magkano? 1 million. Final tax, 20%. Bakit? RC. Yan ang rate ng RC. So, ang ikakaltas, i-remit kay BIR. Ito, yung 200,000, remit kay BIR. Tapos, ito yung cash na ibibigay kay Nicanor. Okay? Is Nicanor required to report the 1 million pesos? No. Bakit? Subjected na sa final tax yan. The recipient of the income is no longer required to report the income because the final tax is constituted as full and final settlement of tax liability. Paulit-ulit ako para tumatak sa isip mo yan. Okay? Tandaan mo, basta ang price lampas sa 10,000 final tax. Kung 10,000 or below yan, anong tawag doon? Graduated tax rate tayo kung individual. Kung domestic yan o RFC, regular tax tayo. Dito naman, Nicanor won 10,000 pesos during company's Christmas party. Nanalo siya, 10,000 pesos. Tanong, kakaltasan mo ba yan kung ikaw yung accountant? Hindi, walang kaltas yan. Bakit? Si Nicanor mismo ang magre-report ng 10,000, yung 10,000 na yan sa kanyang annual ITR. Sir, sa tunay na buhay, nire-report po ba yan? Karamihan, hindi. Pero ang punto natin dito, you're supposed to know that any prices, okay, that do not exceed 10,000 is a regular income subject to regular tax. Okay? Loto tayo. Si Nicanor, nanalo na 10,000. Ay, sabi dun sa tax table, kapag 10,000 exempted. Kaya walang kaltas yan. Ibibigay yung 10,000 sa winner. Kapag lumampas ng 10,000, okay, not exceeding 10,000, exempt. Pero pag lumampas, 20% tayo. Dito naman, si Nicanor, nanalo ng 1,000,000. Aha! Lampas yan ng 10,000, kaltasan yan. Ilang percent? 20%. Bakit 20%? RC, si Nicanor, RC. Okay, so 200,000, i-remit kay BIR, bibigyan ng 2306, di ba? Form 2306, tapos katunayan na nagkaltas. Ang maiuwing pera ni Nicanor ay 800,000. Required bang report ang income? No. Informer's reward tayo. Nicanor provided information to the BIR leading to the collection of 25 million pesos. Nakolekta 25 million, ang galing. Ang tanong, magkano yung cash na pwede mong iuwi? Tandaan mo ha, cash ang tinatanong dito. So magkano nakolekta? 25 million. Okay, i-multiply mo ng 10% kasi yan ang threshold. So, ibig sabihin, 2.5 million ang limit. 10% of the amount collected ang maximum award, 1 million. Kunin mo yung lower, 1 million. Kakaltasan niya ng 10%, 100,000. Ang 10%, kakaltasan ni BIR yan. So, 900,000 ang pwede mong iuwi. So, yan ang kasagutan. Is Nicanor required to report the income? No. Bakit? The income must be subjected to final tax. And the recipient of the income is no longer required to report the income. Kasi nga, the tax withheld is full and final settlement of tax liability. Another example tayo. Si Nicanor nagbigay ng impormasyon, ang nakolekta, 1 million. Tandaan mo pag walang collection, walang informer's reward. Natural, walang nakolekta gobyerno So, kung 1 million ang nakolekta, i-multiply mo ng 10%. Yan ang limit. So, 100,000. Okay? I-compare mo sa 1 million na maximum, kunin mo yung lower. Okay? So, 100,000 ang mas mababa. Kakaltasan pa yan ng 10%. Diyos ko po, 10,000. Okay? 10,000 lang yan. So, magkano yung net cash na pwedeng iuwi? 90,000 pesos. Okay? So, ayun. Naitama na pala natin dito. So, is Nicanor required to report the income? No. Punta tayo sa mga comprehensive problems para masanay ka ng konti. Consider the following information by a resident citizen. Tandaan mo, titignan mo, RC. In answering the questions below, kapag sinabing gross income, gross profit yan sa accounting. Kapag sinabing allowable deductions, expense yan sa accounting. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, net income natin, 30,000. Interest income on short-term bank deposits. Short-term bank deposits to. Okay? Passive income yan. Passive income to, tapos 20% ang rate. From bank in the US, income derived from sources without. Ibig sabihin, regular tax ito, regular tax. Bakit? Regular income yan kapag if the income is derived from sources without, it becomes an ordinary income on the part of RC, DC, STC, tsaka trust. Dividend income from a domestic corporation, passive income yan. Ang tax rate nito, 10%. Sir, bakit 10%? RC. Dividend income from a foreign corp, kapag silent ang problem, ang presumption dyan, income derived from sources without yan. Without. Okay? So, kung without yan, regular tax yan. Regular income yan. Royalty from books ay passive income to. 10% yan kung books. Prices, 25,000. Aba, lampas ng 10,000 yan. Passive income. Ang rate niyan, 20%. O, tignan mo. Basic. O, compute the taxable income daw. Alin ang taxable income natin? Ito, regular income yan. Regular income yan. Regular income yan. So, magkano yung sagot natin? So, 30,000, 50, at saka 70. Ayun. 30, 50,000, at saka 70,000. Tinatanong tayo, magkano yung passive income? Pinagsusulat mo na rito. 80, 30, 20, 25. Yun. 80, 30, 20, 25. So, ito yung mga tax rates. 20, 10, 10, 20. Ayun. 20, 10, 10, 20. O, edi ngayon. Ayan na yung final tax. So, the answer is this. The answer is this. The answer is this. Ganyan lang kasimple, mga kapatid. Ito yung expect mo na ibibigay ko sa iyo sa mga quizzes natin. Kailangan alam mo ang treatment ng mga income. Kailangan alam mo yung regular at saka passive, ano yung mga rates para masagot mo yung mga questions about final tax. Ito pala yung ating return, 1601 FQ. Tignan mo yung title, Quarterly Remittance Return of the Final Income Taxes Withheld. Merong for the year, kung anong year yan. Ilagay mo lang kung anong quarter yan. Nakikita mo yan. Isulat daw X. Amended return. So kung first time kang magpa-file ng return, no ang isasagot mo. Pag nagkamali ka, hindi na pwedeng baguhin yan. Mag-file ka ng panibago. Amended return, yes ka na. Nagkaltas ka ba? If yes, i-X mo. Skip mo na yan. Ilagay mo lang yung TIN, pangalan mo, last name, first name, middle name, or company, yung address, okay, zip code, contact number, category, private ka ba, email address, ilagay mo lang. Are there payees availing tax relief? No naman kung wala, etc. Madaling sagutan to. Okay? Ito naman yung 2306, ito yung certificate, katunayan na nagkaltas ka. Ilagay mo lang kung anong period yan. TIN, okay, anong meron dito? TIN of payee. Ibig sabihin, yan yung income earner, payee. Address niya, foreign address. Ito naman tayo, kung ikaw yung nagkaltas, dyan mo ilalagay ang information mo. Nature of income payment, dividends ba yan? Ilagay mo. Okay, magkano yung binayaran? Magkano yung kinaltas? Ilagay mo lang dyan. ATC, di ba meron akong pinakitang ATC kanina? Ilagay mo lang dyan. Okay, ito pa rin ATC. Dividends ang binayaran natin, dividends. Okay, kung individual yan, from domestic corporation, individual, ayun. Kung non-individual, ayun ang ilalagay. Okay? So that is final tax. O sana, enjoy ka rito, mga kapatid.